There's an awful lot of meat that goes into dog food. In the United Kingdom, if you think about it, the number of dogs is nearly one-fifth the number of people. And I did a very large calculation of the environmental impacts of pet food in a study that I published in a leading scientific journal. And I found that around about 20% of all the meat that is consumed by high pet-owning nations, and that would include the United Kingdom, is actually consumed by pets, not people. So this is really interesting because we've never really considered that pet food could be a significant contributor to environmental problems. We've always been focusing on human diets, but actually pets are a really big part of this picture as well. What would the environmental savings be if we were to switch all these dogs and cats onto more sustainable diets? And just looking at dogs, I found that if you were to switch all the dogs in the world, the pet dogs, onto entirely plant-based diets, you would free up more greenhouse gases than produced by the entire United Kingdom. In fact, 1.5 times the greenhouse gas emissions of the United Kingdom is what you would save each year. So there are enormous environmental benefits. You'd also save huge amounts of food energy that could feed millions of additional people. If the dogs were to switch, as I said, you'd be able to feed actually another 449 million additional people with the food energy savings. And that's actually more than the entire human population of the European Union. So there are really profound environmental implications and also food energy savings associated with more sustainable pet diets. The potential for lab-grown pet food to provide benefits is really exciting as well because that requires almost no land compared to clearing large amounts of forest to grow feed crops to feed to livestock animals and grazing livestock animals. Requires very little water and it emits very low levels of greenhouse gas emissions too. So actually, lab-grown meat has the potential to provide huge environmental benefits as well. To be honest, it's probably safer than conventional meat-based pet food because the product is produced to much higher levels of purity. There aren't going to be residues of antibiotics, hormonal growth promoters for imported products, and bacterial, viral contaminants, other pathogens, heavy metals. None of that's actually going to be in these products. They're produced to scientific laboratory standards of very high purity. So it's probably actually safer even than conventional meat-based pet food. I don't think there's any credible basis at all for having those concerns. In fact, quite the opposite is true. Every study that's been done on this or any related subject has shown the potential for huge environmental benefits. And almost every study that's been done looking at these more sustainable pet foods has also shown either equivalent health or actually improved health as well for dogs and cats maintained on these diets. Look, I think this sector has a really bright future. I think concerns about environmental sustainability are only going to increase in future years, and people are increasingly seeing dogs and cats as members of their own families and wanting better health outcomes for them and better quality diets with greater purity and nutritional soundness. And that's exactly what these new cell-based pet foods are going to offer.